family, this is Marley K. Hope y'all are well. Got some more no buy, no sell news for you. This is from cryptonews.com. It came out on April the 28th, 2024. And it says Russian crypto ban could come into force by September, lawmakers confirm. So I'm paying attention to what's happening in other nations and looking for codes and clues and symbols and signs so that I can keep up with what's going on here because they're not going to tell us nothing here. Babylon just going to fall. So um, I have my tinfoil hat on today and we're going to get into this. So it says a Russian crypto ban could roll out as early as September the 1st. Top lawmakers in the country have confirmed. Speaking to the media outlet NSN, the chairman of the State Duma Committee on the Financial Market, Anatoly Askov, Aksakov, said lawmakers will vote on a ban on organizing the circulation of cryptocurrencies in the coming weeks. So it says Aksakov stated that the bill will stipulate that only digital financial assets issued in Russian jurisdictions will be exempted from the new law. These assets will include several Russian bank issued blockchain powered digital coins and the central bank's digital ruble project. So notice rid of and notice what they're keeping. Take note because this is coming here. And um, I just cannot stress enough that knowing who created this stuff and knowing what we know about the new economic order, which includes no buy, no sell, which will be operated through the digital currencies that these central banks are going to issue. They're going to do away with your local bank. So wherever your money is now, it won't be there when the economy collapses and comes back around. It's going to be everything's going to be through the central banks, and you'll be in the no buy no sell system officially. So this says the bill is unlikely to face any major opposition in the State Duma, providing it has the full support of the central bank and government ministries. Now, keep in mind, the central banks are not a part of any government. So the fact that they acknowledge that they have to get full support from the central bank just tells you so much. If you understand these systems and how these central banks came to be in these nations. It just lets you know who's pulling the strings. And at the end of the day, it tells you how the new system is going to operate. It's going to operate through the central banks and through governments. And governments will have given their powers over to the beast. Well, they already have done that. So the bank, what happened? So it says the bank has previously called for a China style total ban on crypto, a move strongly opposed by major ministry heads. So keep in mind that Klaus Schwab said that China is the model for how the world governments should move in the New World Order. So uh, I'm paying attention to this. Ministries have previously called for a more Western slash and Japan slash South Korean style approach to crypto regulation with highly regulated domestic exchanges. So everything's going to be regulated, which means nothing is going to be transparent. And so that's the lie that everybody keeps telling you. But they're just playing this little game, playing this little game. The ultimate goal is to do what the article first said. Governments and central banks are going to run these CBDCs and there will be no cryptocurrency. All of it's going to be banned. So only an idiot is still sitting around thinking that, oh, this is going to be the saving grace. No, it ain't. It's just you're just a part of a pie, and we're all stuck in the matrix. So it said instead, the new bill looks to be a compromise, which I don't think it's going to be a compromise. The central bank has previously indicated it is ready to make some concessions for firms struggling to trade overseas due to US and EU led sanctions. Um, Minors are exempted. So Aksakov explained that the new bill proposes a ban on the organization of circulation of crypto assets in Russia. Exceptions, he said, will only be made for miners, mining pools, and test projects under the supervision of the central bank. So the central bank got to control everything. And so if you understand about the central banks, how they came to be, who runs them, y'all already know who runs the world. So there's that. Aksakov has previously conceded that some Russian firms are already using crypto as a payment tool in international trade deals. But the bank appears keen to draw these firms under its umbrella of influence. And then when they say bank, I guess they mean the central bank. Governor Elvira Nabiullina has repeatedly demanded that crypto should not officially enter the Russian economy. Russian crypto expert experts said lawmakers were effectively talking about a ban on transactions involving Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Aksakov, meanwhile, said, um, so alarm bells ringing for Russian crypto users. So Aksakov stopped short of announcing that the bill would force Russian banks to refuse crypto exchange related transactions. However, it appears that such a clause could well be included in the final bill. This will present a major issue for millions of Russian crypto users living in the country. The deputy chairman of the State Duma Committee on Information Policy, Anton Gorkin, struck a slightly more optimistic note in a post on his Telegram channel. Gorolkin claimed that the bill would not prohibit the circulation of cryptocurrencies in Russia. Instead, the lawmaker claimed that only the organization of circulation will be prohibited under the new law. He said that the law would instead seek to crack down on illegal crypto exchanges. So that's the same thing. So there's another story that I have um, that, and I might have already published it, but it was about America basically talking about the same thing. And then there was a FBI warning the other day. So they're getting ready to get rid of the crypto, just like I told y'all. It's gonna be gone. There's not gonna be no crypto, no stable coins, no nothing. You know, get you behind a digital wallet with a CBDC issued through the central bank, and they're going to know everything about you. It's going to be tied to your digital wallet and digital ID, and it's going to be on your phone. You're not going to be able to do nothing. It's going to be blockchain. It's going to be very transparent and trustworthy. Although everybody hacking everything, you're supposed to expect this stuff going to be trustworthy. It's so stupid. But anyway, uh, the lawmaker claimed that providing business with unhindered access to the crypto sector would leave them vulnerable to Western sanctions. Gorlkin noted that the ban could be subject to future revisions and wrote, "It appears likely that EPR, maybe I missed a quote. I did, excuse me, quote, it's a paradox, but the proposed ban on organizing the circulation of crypto assets is quite a protectionist measure," end quote. So it says it appears likely that the EPR will supervise the sale of industrial crypto miners' coins to overseas buyers. Rosfin Monitoring, the top Russian anti money laundering regulator, has previously said it was monitoring over 25,000 domestic crypto users. Um, the Rosfin Monitoring also called on the government to rush the rollout of crypto regulation after the Financial Action Task Force downgraded Russia's compliance rating due to insufficient regulation of virtual assets and cryptocurrencies. So anyway, this stuff was supposed to be all the rage. It was going to be unregulated. It was going to be safe. It was going, it's going to be private and this, that, and another. And so now it's not. It's regulated. It's being regulated. It's going to be either regulated or banished, but it's not going to be an option. It's not going to be safe. It's not going to be nothing. It's going to be under the umbrella of the central bank. So again, folks been hoodwinked, bamboozled, flim flam, as only Pamela's way say, flim flam. And this is a part of the no buy, no sell system. So this is the process. Like I've been telling y'all, they have been running these pilots on folks for quite a while. And apparently they got the critical mass they need. They're ready to pull a trigger. And a lot of things are happening that makes me feel as though we're getting ready to head towards the economic collapse. That rug is coming from under us. They're not trying to regulate all this stuff for nothing. And it seems to be a lot of things happening between now and, say, September, October, right before our elections. So remember, everything at Babylon has to fall. And so I'm paying attention to what is happening in other nations because other nations are preparing themselves for life after the fall. America is pretending to, but not so much. We don't have no money. We don't have nothing. Everybody just gonna come over here and take their stuff, take their land, take their buildings, take their cities, and you're just gonna get what you get. If you can get out, you'll be lucky. But it's not gonna be a pretty place to be. So if you're still sitting here thinking, "Oh, America's my home. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna fight to the death," you're gonna fight to the death, all right. That's what's gonna happen. We have been invaded from within, and we've been played by all the nations. This is a confederacy, and there is nothing that we can do about it except for pray to the Most High that He delivers us and keeps us safe as these things happen. So, with that said, I just want to share this story with you, um, just to express how there's not going to be a way to do business outside of this no buy, no sell system. And it is, people are thinking that cryptocurrency or stable coins or Bitcoin is going to be the answer. They're going to ban all that stuff. You ain't going to have no alternatives. I think the alternatives were um, ops, just my opinion. More ways to get more people to participate or believe in this illusion of privacy and um, a safe place to store, something of value, and you believe in it. So when you exchange it and believe in it, you give it value. But they're going to snatch the value away so fast because all we did was help them finish running their tests so they can see, oh yeah, it works. People will use it. People think it's valuable. We're going to go ahead and slap it under the central banks now and do away with the local banks. That's coming. These banks getting ready to collapse. So again, keep prepping, keep praying, keep seeking the Most High. Obey those laws, statutes, and commandments. Learn when the Sabbath is, learn how to keep it, learn the difference between Sabbath and Sunday because that's the difference between your mark of the beast and being sealed by the Most High. Um, Figure out a plan for this no buy, no sell system because if you are planning on going into it. I don't know how far, we may have to go into it, but as I, shared the story with you from the rental car guy, he told me that he didn't really have a choice and he did it. But, right now it's not associated with any sort of worship or anything, but you're going to have to make a choice and the choice is coming real soon. So anyway, this is Marla K. Please like this video, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'm out of here.